And everyone started davening, each person, each Tanoim, started davening that the Eibusher should help, until Rabbi Akiva was Oimed Lefnei Tefillah, and he said, Avinu Malkeinu, our Father, our King, and he was Nena. So therefore we say that Avinu Malkeinu is a Pesach, is a very important idea of Avinu Malkeinu. What's Avinu Malkeinu? So really Malkeinu, the time of Rosh Hashanah is really Malkeinu. What's Malkeinu? There's a difference between Av Shemachal Kvoidoi is Koidei Machal. Father forgives his covet, says, Yoshev M'koimo, you can't sit in this place, you can. But let's say the father says, no, I don't care. Doesn't matter. So Av Shemachal Koidei Machal. The covet is forgiven. A father can forgive his covet. But a Melech Shemachal Koidei ain't Koidei Machal. A king that says, no, it's not important. Ain't Koidei Machal, his covet is not Machal. Why? Because a father is a father whether you respect him or you don't respect him. It's still your father. It doesn't change. The mitzvah, what I tell you is you have to have kabbalas avicha, you have to honor your father. But even if you don't honor your father, or if your father says you don't have to honor me, he's still your father. It's always your father. A king, the relationship between a king and subjects, is the definition of a king is that he has a maseh halacha. The definition of a king is that a king instills yira, fear, awe. The melech, the metzias of melech, the existence of a king is that you have to respect the king. That's what the king does. What does a king do? Sometimes halacha melech that you should establish as upon yourself a king. That idea of the king is the yira. So Tzaddik writes in Mitzvah Min Melech that the definition of what the purpose of a king is, the purpose of Malchus is that when you look at a king, we don't have kings today, but when you're in the presence of a king, someone that can take your life, someone that has the ability to take your life, give you life, that awakens for a person the yiras Hashem. The lower yira, the lower awe, fear of the king awakens the person to have high yiras Hashem. So the concept of the king is to instill yira. Had a Zayda, Rav Ramayar once said, I remember he said that when that he was learning in Taib Chatmim by the Rashab, and when during the Russian Revolution, and they threw off the Tsar, so he said, now it's going to be a problem, because it used to be that when everyone they wanted to speak about Malchus, they wanted to speak about kingship, they would say like the Tsar. But now if there's no Tsar, how are we going to use, we're not going to have a good marshal for Chassidus, we're not going to have a good metaphor to understand Yiras Hashem. So the idea of Yira is a melech. A melech instills fear. And a melech, there's no mechila by a melech. There's no forgiveness by a king. Kings don't forgive. King cannot forgive. Meaning that a king says, we need to build a road in this location. So Amar Malka Akratura. The king says we have to go through the mountain. You go through the mountain. You have to plow through the mountain. Because nothing stops the king. So long as the king has his subjects, the king has servants, and the king says this has to be done, it has to be done. It's a mission. It's a purpose. It's a mission. The relationship that a person has in Rosh Hashanah with the Eibusher is, you have to think of Hashem as a king. What is a king? A king with a father, like we said, there's mechila with the father. You messed up. I didn't do it correctly. Ta, please forgive me. Okay, next time I'm going to make my room. Next time I'll be better. Okay, if you have children, there's always the next time, and whatever. It's your father, so you just keep on forgiving. Because your relationship is much deeper whether the kid cleans the room, doesn't clean the room, or does their homework, doesn't do their homework. You love the child anyways. It just makes it easier for you to be a parent if the kid does the homework, but it's not, you're still going to love the child. the king is not a love. The king doesn't love you. He's not interested in your love. The king's interested in you doing what he tells you to do. You have a mission to do it. You don't do it, we kill you. There's no mechila. So when a person thinks of the relationship that a person has with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, thinking about Hashem as a king means knowing that your life has tremendous value, tremendous meaning, and you cannot waste a minute. It's not your life to waste. What does it mean? I'm wasting time. I'm not doing something good. How could it be? You're a servant of the king. You have to be serving the king. That's the yira, the awe of being in the presence of the king, is that the king is a demanding king. The king says, I have a project. This project is called Olam Hazeh, this world. And for this world to make a dir b'tachtoin, in order for this world to be transformed, I need subjects. And I need you, and I need you, and I need you. So I'm going to take this soul, bring the soul into this body, to this person. You're going to be born in this condition, because the king says, my kingdom is not complete if you don't live in my world. If you're not going to be present in this world, doing what you have to do to bring my kingdom into this world, to bring the Gilul Likus in this world, the revealing of Hashem's presence in this world, my kingdom is not complete. It says in the early Achronim, they bring down this mashal. It says that why when a person passes away, someone dies, we say Kaddish. Right? It's a minig Yisrael. It could be even a makar in one of the later Masechtas. That there's a minig Yisrael, we say Kaddish. You say Hashem's name should be exalted. What does that have to do with the person passed away? Chaim Yankov passed away. Your father passed away 17 years ago. And you said Kaddish for him. What does that have to do with saying Kaddish? Kaddish means that Hashem's presence should be revealed in this world. You should say, I remember my father, I remember this person, my mother, I remember, and I should continue remembering. What does Kaddish have to do with that? What is saying Kaddish, Hashem's presence should be revealed? So it was brought down, I think, in... I forgot the name of the Sefer. So anyways, brought down one of the Sfarim. Sfarim HaKadosh that talks about Avelis. Brings down, it's also brought down in my Sefer in Kaddish, so if you want to know that, Sakamakar. So he brings down, there's an example of this. It used to be, he says that in the medieval times, it was illegal to commit suicide. Illegal to commit suicide. It was actually, you get punished. It's a death penalty if you commit suicide. Exactly, they're going to kill you if you don't kill yourself. There was a death sentence. It's a serious thing. There was a death. It was liable by death if you commit suicide. What's the logic? The king has, let's say, 1,000 soldiers. You're subject to the king. You kill yourself. You just made one soldier less in the army. It's not your life to decide to. The kingdom needs a certain, let's say, a census. It says we have 1 million people strong. 10 people commit suicide, our country becomes a little weaker. The king becomes weaker.
So after you serve in the army,
it's also the census. There's 250 million people. 50 million people, it's a little less. So the census, when a person passes on, the king says, I'm missing something. You can't waste your life. And God forbid, when a person passes on, we say Kaddish. We're saying, Hashem, I know your kingdom is not complete anymore. You're missing that soldier. So Hashem, your name should be exalted. I'm going to take that place. I'm going to be the double. The child that says Kaddish for a parent says, now, not only am I going to take the place for myself, I'm also going to take the place of my parent and say Kaddish and exalt the king. This is why we say Kaddish. So what happens is that by what we say that Hashem is the king means that there's a project that has to be done in this world. Isaac, you can sit here. There's a project that has to be done in this world. The project is Hashem has a plan, and the plan entails every single person in this planet. Kol sheken, every single yid. And the plan is that I need you to do this mission, and therefore Hashem says, therefore I'm putting your soul into this world. And the relationship with that is that I'm a soldier. It's not my life. I cannot waste my time. It's not my life. It's not my existence. I'm a soldier in the king's army, and therefore there's a project, and it's not diminishing. Actually, it's actually empowering, because you think that your life really has meaning, so what? So let's say I'm going to waste time. What's going to be? I'm going to wake up 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm just going to, lazy around and maybe watch some cartoons on YouTube and play a little games and whatever, What's the difference? Who cares? What's my life? Okay, let's say you're already a successful person. Soll sein. You're already successful.
Golf.
Huh?
Play golf.
Okay, we don't have to get into the nitty gritty. I'm going to waste time. What do I care? Or I'm walking down the street, and so what is it? What is it bothering anyone if I have these crazy machshavas zaros? If I have these crazy thoughts, I'm walking down the street. I don't want to, tell what people their thoughts, what they have. But while you're walking down the street, who cares? I'm not bothering anybody. So I have crazy thoughts. I want to kill this person and do this to another person. So what? It's not bothering anybody. It's me. It's me and my own thoughts. Comes along the king and says, wait a second, it's not true. Live your life with meaning. You're going to make my kingdom a better kingdom. So your actually life has meaning. And every single thought that you have has value. So it's empowering. It's awesome. And awesome not in a frightening way, because it's awesome. It's wow. And that's why some people take it as Yom Naraim, the days of awe, as almost frightening. It's the awesomeness of our potential. It's the awesomeness that Hashem says, I think that you, little you, every single thought, every single machshava d'mais, every single thought, action, and word that you do has tremendous value. Maybe you don't understand why, but I'm telling you it does have value. So when it comes Rosh Hashanah and a person does an evaluation of their life, and they say, okay, am I really living that? Am I living this way? That I'm living in this awesome moment? And therefore the person is actually in awe of their own greatness, of their own potential of greatness. Because most people would rather live mediocre lives than great lives, even though it sounds counterintuitive. But the truth is, it's easier to live a mediocre life. Well, it's easier. Make your money, take it easy, golf, do whatever you have to do. Less pressure. I can have all my machshavas, I can have all my thoughts and my own thoughts. Who cares? My life doesn't really have that important. But now you're the CEO of the company. You're the CEO of Hashem's company. Each one of you is the CEO of Hashem's company. Hashem says, I have a big company, and you're the CEO, you're in charge of your department. Your department is called Chaim. Your department is called Moshe. And I need every single thing of this Moshe to work 100% on the top level. Oh, please, God, do I really need this? I would rather relax and watch the Yankees. This is the Melech. So the Melech, king, creates awe. It creates... It's an awesome moment. And therefore, when comes Rosh Hashanah, it's not so much you're afraid that Hashem is going to say, okay, listen, I do a cheshbon of your soul. I think maybe you don't deserve this, you don't deserve that. It's really a self-evaluation. The awe is the awe of your own self, of your own potential. And sometimes it's charata, there's regret. I could have been... This is the Melech. This is the Melech. This is the most important thing of Rosh Hashanah is Melech. It's Malchus. Malchus, HaMelech. And Hashem is the king. But in Rosh Hashanah, even though we're saying Hashem is the king, we also say Hashem, Avinu Malkeinu. Hashem, Yitake Melech, Yitake king. It's like, say a story, an analogy of this is like there's a father. The father is a teacher at school, and every year he's teaching kids. And 1 year he's teaching his own son in school. And the father is like a melech. He's Malke Rabbanon. He's a serious dictator. I don't know if it's good or bad. This is the way he does. This is the way he does it. And the kid, his own son, is in his class, and he gets homework. But he comes home and he's playing video games. I don't know what he's doing. He's not doing his homework. The father is a father, and the father asks him, you didn't get homework from your teacher today? And he says, I did, but it's so much. I learned so much in school. I don't have time for homework. kid doesn't do the homework. The father, the teacher, told him not to do homework. The next day he comes to school. The teacher collects all the homework, and he says, "And where's your homework?" He said, "Ta, you told me I don't have to do the homework. What do you mean?" He said, "Now I'm the teacher. Now I'm a different person now. Now I'm the teacher. Before I was the father, I said you shouldn't do the homework. Now I'm a teacher." So we come to God and say, "You can't play such games. You're Avinu Malkeinu. You're our father and also our teacher. It's not. You're not. There's not two compartments. It's not like, at night you're our father. By day you're our teacher. Today you're the melech, you're the king, and what? You forgot that you're our father also." It's the kid comes to the father and says, "No, it's okay. It's true. Yeah, you're the teacher, but you're also my father." And then the father says, "You know what? Okay, you're right. Okay, tomorrow you'll do the homework." So this is what we say, Avinu Malkeinu. It's true that Rosh Hashanah, the posture, the way we're supposed to think about it, Rosh Hashanah is Taki Avinu. Rosh Hashanah is Malkeinu, is Malchut, is kingship, empowerment, days of awe. But we also come to Hashem and we say Avinu Malkeinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Einu Melech. We don't have any other king besides you. You are the king. You are our king, but you're our father, our king. And there's no other king. We have no other kings. You're our ruler. We turn to you for everything. And there's no other address. There's no two yous. Avinu Malkeinu, Ein Lanu Melech Alata. We don't have a king besides you. Maybe should help. We should have we should receive all the blessings that we need to receive in our lives. And our Father is also the King. Where are you coming from? Stop.
Yeah, I got a text. I wanted to come last night. I was ready on my way here, and my wife tells me my son had orientation in school. She got to come back.
I also had orientation.